Before we start, I have to show you the most expensive thing in this car.
What, this glass?
No.
Oh, the carpets!
They are so passive-aggressive about their brand. They just give you a sneak peek at the side.
You think that's fancy car? I'll show you the key. I bought the BMW, yeah.
It's just a BMW.
It's not really an M car. But this adds about 2 horsepower.
Autophiles in the BMW... What the hell is this?
218i Gran Coupé with M performance parts.
Okay.
This car is kind of an oddball.
It is.
It is because even though it says 2 Series,
right,
this look and this chassis and this interior...
Oh no, it's not new.
It's not new. It's from the 1 Series, which in Malaysia comes in as a high performance model.
Okay.
As the M135i X-Drive.
So they attack the lower end market with the 2.
Yes.
Instead of giving you a bare bone 1 that they're gonna sell at 200,000 or 190,
correct,
they give you a 2 that they're gonna sell at this price.
Yes. Okay. So now the 1 Series is chasing the A35,
and that thing is 300 plus thousand ringgit.
Yeah, 350, 360.
Alright.
BMW's small car market.
Right.
This is the primary car that's going to fight. It's going up against the A-class sedan, primarily in terms of price and positioning.
Right.
But you know, if you actually look at it, it's more like a CLA because of the frameless windows.
Because of the frameless window and a coupe-like body.
Yeah.
So basically, they're positioning like a CLA but selling at an A sedan pricing.
Yes. And they're locally assembling this.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is actually the cheapest BMW.
Which is surprised by, right? It's supposed to be a 120 or 118 or something like that.
No.
No.
Or even X1. Before this was the X1.
But you think about it, actually it's quite smart because every market has its peculiarities, and Malaysia has its own peculiarities that there is really no point for you to give a bare bone 1 Series that 180,000.
Yeah. Because then we would bash it.
I will take the opportunity, bash right now.
No, this was a good move, I think.
It is. I think it doesn't make sense from a classification point of view, but from a product point of view, hey, okay.
Yeah,
it looks sound.
First impression on this small car.
It's good looking. I like the
very
colour.
Stylish. You notice it everywhere.
Yeah.
I kind of noticed it everywhere.
Yeah.
It is moving, even though it's a pretty new car. Less than 1 year. It came out late last year.
Yeah, late last year, because I remember they had a very interesting launch with batik motifs. So when you have to do that kind of marketing to push this car, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those BMW Mercedes that disappoints.
Yeah. You know, when I saw like 218, I was like, why you give me a 18? Why would I want?
I know, right?
Yeah. But as I started driving it, my impressions got better and better. It's not bad, especially if they equip it right.
And they did here.
Yeah.
So that's our first impression, I think. So shall we go for a drive?
Let's go for a drive.
Performance. Let's talk about the figure. 1.5 turbo in line 3.
B38 engine.
B38.
140 metric horsepower.
Okay.
And 220 Newton meters.
The torque is very good. Yeah, the torque is very good. The horsepower sounds a bit low.
Sounds low, right?
But here's the thing, you know, guys. This is where it's very important lesson in life. Doesn't really matter sometimes what is the figure on the paper. What matters more is how it drives. I think, yes, the feel. Yeah, let's talk about this gearbox. What kind of gearbox is this?
It's a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Wait, we should actually note, it's a front wheel drive BMW. It's a front wheel drive BMW, so the engine is mounted the wrong way.
The wrong way.
It's a 7-speed, not made by ZF.
It's that same gearbox used in X1, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about the gearbox.
Right.
But if we can shift to the chassis, I think the chassis feels a lot better, more forgiving.
Okay.
It still, transmits all the bumps.
You can feel the feedback on the road. I wouldn't call this car a comfortable car. It's not like an E-Class where it absorbs most of the harshness that you throw at it.
It's not even like a Q3 where you can sort of pretend that it's a family car.
Correct.
And here's the thing, it's okay because in the X1 you're driving a crossover. Here you're not driving a crossover.
Right.
Here you're driving a car that looks sporty and then you put M performance parts on it.
Right.
So I can forgive it.
Mentally it's justifiable.
Yeah, right.
It's not bad because it's not comfortable, but it's not harsh. That's the best part. I mean, yeah, I do feel the potholes and the whatnot, but it's not as harsh as I would feel in. It's not like it's unnecessarily vibrating, sending too much shock waves into the chassis. I think the chassis actually handles rough road quite well. Better than the X1, which is really odd.
Yeah.
It's not sheltering you completely. It's giving you enough feedback without sounding jarring.
Yeah. Better distillation of the BMW experience than the X1.
Definitely. It's, if this and the X1 is built on the same chassis, this is yards ahead, man. This is so much better than the X1. Yeah. So the second thing I think we need to talk about is the the drive. You know, a lot of BMW fans will instantly discount this car because of the front wheel drive layout. Now, I did not have the opportunity to push this car to its limit lah. I'm just driving in a city and whatnot. But I have to say, first impression is quite good.
Yeah, it's really good. I drove this from Cyberjaya,
right,
the HQ.
Yeah.
And just as I was leaving, it started raining like mad.
Right.
Like cats and
right.
dogs. And I said, you know what? Screw it, it's front wheel drive. What's the worst thing that happened? And this car was just so damn confident.
Right.
And it just felt, it gave you that BMW feeling. Like,
that confidence in a straight line, right?
And that, not just that, it's like, you don't know what's the top speed of the car.
Right.
You will never get that.
You will just go.
You just keep going, accelerating.
Right.
This car is so eager to keep climbing up in speed.
Very willing.
Really.
Very willing, very BMW, I have to say. And this is saying a lot, because being a front wheel drive car, you expect it to lose its BMW-ness. Yeah. I would say 99% of the BMW feel in the city that I get, light highway, not like really long stretches of highway, I feel a BMW here. You know, that fleet-footedness, that willingness to go. It is responding to the unevenness of the road surface, telling you that you are on a road that is not entirely flat and smooth. So it's not uncomfortable, it is feedback to you as a driver. It's a very driver-oriented car, despite being a front-wheel drive. Now, what about the corners? This is where the rear-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive differs significantly. Now, we know a lot of people say front-wheel is inferior, but the reality is you have Civic Type R, which lapped the Nürburgring faster than even a Lamborghini from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, yes. It's still a very fast car. Does it mean that a front-wheel drive car cannot drive like a traditional BMW? What is your take on this?
What it lacks in not being a rear-wheel drive car, it makes up for in how light-footed it is.
Alright.
How agile it is.
It is. It's very eager.
Yeah.
It's like, go. Very BM.
You're getting like maybe 70% of what a 2-liter BMW will give you. A 320 or 330.
I would say maybe not 70%. I would say 80 to 90% if you are driving slow.
Right.
But if you are really pushing it, then maybe it goes down to about 60 lah.
Yeah. So I mean, on average, this is on average about 70% the power.
Right.
Gear shifts also about 70% as quick as a ZF.
Which is really odd because it's supposed to be a DCT, right?
Yeah. That's how good the ZF is.
Yeah.
But I would say it's 95% the steering feel. The steering feel.
Or the steering feel
of a proper BMW.
Now this is hard. This is really hard.
This is where it's challenging to do.
Yeah, this is where BMW is one rung above its competitor. Not Porsche lah, but one rung above, let's say, Audi and Mercedes.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I agree with you significantly, because this car, if you're not pushing it like a complete mad guy, in a normal city driving situation, it feels 90% like a 3 Series. Its sharpness, its willingness to go on the call, on demand, just pop. You know, it just goes. And you know, it's not like a Mercedes where when you want to go, the car will deliberate for half a second. Okay, now let's then give you so much power you can't even handle it. That's the same thing with Volvo, you realize that or not? BMW has multiple steps of aggression. and seamless. Correct. It will just give you, okay, right now, it doesn't even need to think. It will just go to that level of aggression roughly that you intuitively want it to go. And this is what separates BM from, say, a Mercedes. No compact premium car is perfect. And let's talk about the bad things here. My first problem with this car is the lack of the pedal shifter.
It's so naked.
I know. It feels like you're not wearing underwear. It is the best steering wheel from BMW I've ever seen.
And
one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best.
No pedal shifter. Well, at least they got the up-down correct.
Up is down, down.
But the thing is, I don't like pressing it because it feels like I'm going to press this button or the P button.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it's not very user-friendly, this little knob of a gear change. They didn't use the standard BMW gear, so they've gone for something smaller, but I find it not as intuitive as I would like it to be. Second problem, we still sense the inline 3, right?
Yeah.
Only when start up.
Yeah, when you start up, sometimes, and oh my god, when the stupid stop-start is on.
The
stop-start system is the most annoying thing in the world.
It vibrates like it shakes the entire car, doesn't it? when I first came in here, it was your driving position and that waist squeeze. But thank goodness it's adjustable. So I adjusted it and now it's okay. It delivers a relatively good performance on the go, in actual fact. The problem, however, is that is only true if you're driving reasonably. The moment you push it, like how many BMW drivers push their car, its weakness will show. It never really punches. Even if it shits down, you are not pushed back against it. Never.
It's eager, but it's not.
There is no violence here. So if you're paying very close price to a 320, my only question is why don't you go for the 320? I mean, of course, there's another very subjective feel here, which is the response of the engine. It doesn't have that inline 4, that kind of liveliness. You don't feel that, especially when the RPM is going down. It takes a while.
I think, despite this having frameless windows, NVH is not bad.
Not bad. The only thing I hear more is the road noise, which may have something to do with the tires.
Performance, I have to say
3.5. 3.4, 3.5. Yeah. For me, the comfort, I am expecting much worse. Because I was in the X1 and I think really I hated it. Then I was in CLAs and A classes before the current generation, and I remember, how my back hurts from those vibrations and shaking and whatnot. I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say. I quite like it. I had to give it a 3.5. I think they did the best balance that physics possibly allow. And in this class, this is the best kind of score you can get. 3.5.
Okay, so this is the new 218 Gran Coupé.
GC, yes.
GC. But it has a few performance parts. M performance parts. So
number one, the Kia looking grille.
On the standard version, it's just the
standard BMW line.
It's not cheap lah.
Are they pushing this pattern now?
Yeah.
You know what? No, cover the BMW. Looks like a Kia.
Honestly, yeah.
And it's not an insult to BM because Kia looks pretty good.
It's a praise to Kia. The Tiger Grill, it's the same thing.
It's just slightly, different.
It's thinner here.
But it tells you how far Kia has come. Why are we talking about Kia?
It's not classic Indian. Fucking hood line cut. In the 3 Series, in the G20, the hood ends with the grille. So it's a neater design in the 3 Series. And you can't say that the 3 Series looks less modern than this.
Correct.
They're both modern looking, they're both different takes. If you ask me, that looks better. But this still looks good.
It's still good, it's just that, a bit lazy to cut across like that. You're right. And then, what is this giant nothingness? What is this? There's just an empty space. It's an air scoop to slow you down when you brake.
It's like the design team did this first and then the engineering no, don't mess with my airflow.
This is odd This is odd. Anyway, let's go to the site. Oh yeah, the first thing we have to talk about at the site is actual carbon fiber,
which you have to pay 4,000 ringgit for. It's expensive.
Gila lah.
Maybe I shouldn't touch it. These rims I think are standard.
This is 17
Oh no, it's more. It is 18.
18 I'm always 1 inch smaller. But the design's okay lah.
Design's okay. I like it. Okay. You don't even feel like the hood is that long or short. It's like just the right proportion.
Actually, it's actually very short because if you look at it, everything ends here.
This was the addition they put after the chassis finish.
Correct.
So the mini chassis stopped here.
Oh no, it doesn't look BMW enough. This is BMW because you have to have that length in the front. I'm okay with the site, to be honest. Nowadays, too many cars are too busy. This is cleaner. Very clean. I like.
The best part about the site, I know we're not going in yet, but the best part is this one.
Frameless.
This is worth the asking price.
Definitely, because this feels special. This immediately makes your car feel special.
This is the talking point. When you pick up a girl, she won't care.
This is where the car really stands out.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. You know the whole trend of combining your tail lights the UX? It's like they forgot to do it, then they add it later. Tell you what, I like the way the back looks.
You like it?
You know why? Because if I'm gonna justify buying this over the 3 Series, I can at least say this one looks
special. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's actually good looking, but it's shocking. And I think that's good in an age where every car looks the same.
Then they got little holes here for airflow.
Is it real?
Nope, I lied. It's just there for show.
Okay, what about exhaust? This is what we need to talk about. Wow.
I like it when it's a real exhaust. Even if it's a single, carbon fiber. This also costs a few thousand ringgit.
What? Why don't you take all of these things away and give me a higher tune engine? How about that? But I have to say special.
This is also additional.
Yeah, the ducktail is quite nice.
I think this is like $1,000.
For one piece of plastic!
come
What's wrong with human beings?
What's wrong with human beings? The boot is
quite big, huh?
It is. It's a cavernous, man.
Yeah, it's huge.
My whole leg.
How many dead body?
You have to fold the dead body in half.
But it's quite deep, huh?
It's deep, man.
Can you pull it up?
This thing. Oh no, no spare tire.
No, but you have another compartment. Yeah. Not bad.
Just like the X1. Wow.
Oh. Shantique.
And I really like how low the loading floor is.
It's quite low.
It's like below my knee.
Yeah.
It's around my knee.
It's quite good. But now that after I see X70, I judge every single handle here.
It's just the handle.
I cannot because the X70 was metal and it was chromed.
Let's go inside.
Let's go inside because it's gonna rain. Yeah, this is Achong Hardware Shop.
20 cents.
I think 1 ringgit now. Oh, look at that! That is narrower than the Suez Canal.
Okay, they recessed the seat here so my foot can fit inside.
Okay.
She flows in very well.
Okay.
Then I just have to twist my neck.
Twist your neck? It doesn't sound like something that should happen.
But once I'm in, oh, my head is touching, my knees
Your head is touching?
Head and knees.
Oh man. Tada baik ni, tada baik. Knees also touching. And that's my driving position.
And you see this plastic, hard plastic, curves in just as my knees touch it. So my knees are against these things. I mean, I can just about lah. I can just about fit. I don't need safety belt lah, because my head locks in. So if you crash.
Alright, here it comes. Here. Oh. Even my leg is touching, but not so high. It's touching on this outer rim.
Yeah, the outer rim is damn annoying.
Yeah, let's close this. I cannot. It's not touching my hair, it's touching my head. I can feel that my whole face is locked in. It's like, okay.
Adult isofix.
Credit where credit is due, at least they have aircon vent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Subaru.
Let's go to the front.
Let's go to the front. Yeah. Every time I have to throw your back.
Yeah, it is a smaller car lah.
Yeah.
It's not a 3 Series level.
Right.
But the first thing I really noticed was this instrument cluster.
Okay, we got to talk a little bit about this instrument cluster.
Okay. The first time I saw this, I thought this is fully digital.
It looks like fully digital.
Yeah. I mean, BMW did such a good job making this pretend digital.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It looks like you have 3 digital screen, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only this is digital. It looks like it's against the screen.
Right.
And then after that you get the glass layer.
That's why it looks like a...
that's why it looks digital.
Yeah.
So they created this illusion.
I have to say though, this is cost cutting done right.
Yes.
This is how you do it. I mean, I understand, cost matters. But if you're gonna cut costs, right, this is how you do it. I mean, it fooled me, man. It looks like a digital and it looks so special.
Yes.
And I think from a day-to-day user point of view, that's how you do it. The first thing I noticed is how small. You look at my palm, man. How small this thing is. But I have to say, it was done right.
Yes.
Again, look at the resolution. Look at it. It's so sharp. It's done so right. I mean, this is testament to the fact that you don't need an ultra large screen actually to make it nice. It's so well done.
Yeah. And the frames per second, there's zero lag.
Just so smooth, isn't it?
I tried out the Apple CarPlay and all that.
Right.
It was good. It was really good.
Right.
Then I accidentally disabled it. Now I can't get it back.
I quite like this. I do not know whether it shows up on the camera, but it's definitely clearer here. You see that orange glow? Yeah, so good, huh?
Yeah. You can change the colors.
Wow.
You can do a disco.
Overall, it's an okay design. I wouldn't say groundbreaking. It's an evolution of the previous 3.
Yeah.
You see this bulge here. It does make the car's dashboard looks very bulky.
Yeah.
And also highlight how small it is because it looks like a giant ball. Outside, I would have to say is a 4. Even though it looks like a Kia.
Yeah.
The sloping roof was not very extreme. I wouldn't say it's very good looking, but it's definitely different from standard BMW, and I think BMW needed that. Very special, very shocking. Interior wise, I think they did their best. Coming from BMW, they have their DNA and their heritage to respect, which I understand. But at the same time, it's also a handicap because if you compare with, for example, a lot of Chinese car like X50, they do interior so much better. I would give it a 4 on the outside, a 3.5 on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I think I might be a bit more generous than our argument for not buying a car in this segment is just get the 3 Series.
Yeah.
Because one segment up, that's where BMW pour their heart and soul and all that. With this product, right, you're getting some things that the 3 Series just cannot do in terms of design.
Yeah.
You're getting the frameless windows, sloping roof line.
That connects to the app.
Yeah. And then the coupe lights, the thin lights.
Definitely.
Interior, so this feels like a product that they sat down and they thought about it.
Right.
So I give it 4 in and 4 out.
Wow. For you, it's 4? for me is 3.8 overall. Wow, quite high score this year.
Yeah.
Scoring quite well.
Now we have to talk about value.
Value. Alright, let's talk about value now. Let's play guess the price. Since you repeatedly tell me this is the cheapest BMW you can find in Malaysia, I expect this car to be 210,000 ringgit.
That is almost spot on. It's about 211 with the SSD discount.
Okay, with SSD discount and without that side mirror thing.
Yeah, without the M performance parts.
Okay.
About that.
To be honest, you're not getting a lot from the M performance. Exhaust, I like.
I would take the grille and I would take the spoiler. Or just don't take any of the parts.
Yeah, you know what? Don't take any of the parts because you know what? You get this steering wheel anyway.
Yeah.
And this is the highlight.
Yeah, wow. I'm very happy with the overall package.
I would even dare to say that it feels like you're getting 230,000 ringgit worth of value. But you are paying 210,000 ringgit for it. And I think that is good. Well, not a cheap car, but it is, I think, as well packaged and as well priced as I think BMW reasonably can in this environment. I will have to say, value itself is a 4. There is just one question. Why don't you just come up with another 20,000 and go and get a 3 Series?
That's true. Equipment-wise, I think they did a really good job.
Spot on, man.
Yeah, the wireless charging, you know, it's so magical when I paired everything up. I come in, right, I put my phone here, pop, Apple CarPlay comes
Wow.
out. They give you like an NFC key, just a key card. So you can leave your key at home.
Oh.
And you come in, you just tap. Let's say you're going for a jog, you don't want to bring your car keys. You know.
Oh yeah, you can hold. You can
put it in your whatever, and you just tap it to unlock the car.
Not bad. So it's an alternative key.
Yeah. And even with the normal key, you're walking towards it, the lights will come on.
Yeah.
It unlocks itself. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a low-tech, down-spec car.
Right.
It feels like a mid to high-spec car.
Right.
Except for the pedal shifters.
Overall, we are talking about between 3.8 to 4.
Yeah.
It's quite a good high
score. Yeah.
Quite high. I do read about some complaints about the reliability of this particular engine. A lot of people are just talking about how the 318 compared to the 320 has more engine-based problem. Do go and find out. I am not entirely sure what was the problem. But other than that, I feel the car is perfectly fine, man. It's just that BMW has a more higher chance of wear and tear issues. Okay, Autophiles signing out. That kind of vibration that tells you it is vibrating to the perturbation
of the road surface.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that
You take this from the brochure.
No, I did not.
Like looking around, the only thing that's missing is pedal shifters.
Yes, that's the only thing. This is severe. Like what? You know, can you like take away that carbon and give me this?
You have to pay 2,000
per side. It's okay. I think that one makes more sense than the stupid carbon fiber thing at the side. Yeah.